Hey everyone, it's Eric from howtorecordmusic.com. Howtorecordmusic.com just started today, May 22nd. It is about 11:37 p.m. right now. I worked all day. It's a Sunday. I worked all day. I created a bunch of things. I created all the social networking channels. I created a YouTube channel. I uploaded some video. I worked in the blog. I did all these things. Blah, blah, blah. And now I'm doing my first screencast. And I used to I've done a few screencasts on my personal channel, but I figured it'd be better to separate things by using a dedicated channel with a dedicated website, with a dedicated brand and whatnot to continue this journey. So today I basically just want to show you one really quick tip. It would be my first video on this channel. The quick tip would be how to find a attack setting on a compressor for drums, or really any instrument. But drums seem to work because the transients are so fast, so and present. So what I've done is I pulled up a Addictive Drums virtual instrument, and I have a patch called the Funky Punch, which is pretty awesome. I'll just let you listen to that. It's just there's some beats going on here, but what is the beat? It's just Dry Song number 2. Nothing too special. Again, I should mention I am routing my channels to individual channel strips, so they're all routing down here to the different channel strips in my DAW, which happens to be Logic. All right, so let's hear what this sounds like. This is raw. There's no there is compression, but let me just shut that off. Now I've disabled it. So this is just raw tracks straight from Addictive Drums 2. Here's what it sounds like. Okay, so it sounds great. It sounds, it's a stock patch, and it sounds great. I didn't tweak any knobs. I just pulled it up, and I hit play for you guys. I just basically like I said, I changed the output to individual tracks for this purpose, that I want to work with a kick, and I want to add some dynamics processing to it. Now, this is something I personally do. You don't have to do that, of course. This is something, again, I just like to do. I'm going to go ahead and just bring this over here to this track, and just go ahead and just keep that there. And I'm going to go ahead and loop just this first section. That's all I need, is just the first few bars of that, and I can close this window now. Now, let me open up the compressor. Okay, for this, I'm using a FabFilter Pro C2 compressor. It's one of my favorites. There's a lot of things here, but I'm not going to go over that. I'm going to lower the concept I'm trying to teach here is something that I use personally to find my attack setting, which helps me get the right compression levels and everything else. So it's not tried and true. There are no rules. Please remember that. Well, I wouldn't say it's not tried and true. This definitely works, but you can formulate your own concepts. Feel free to experiment. Of course, I encourage you to experiment. That's basically how I got where I am today. I've basically made so many mistakes doing this. So that's the beauty of it. That's the part I love about it. It's just that I can fail, and then I can learn. So here's what I do. I basically start off with a default setting, default patch. I always just round it out default. And so let me turn this on and hear what it sounds like. Okay, let's play. Oh, I forgot to import the right tempo. Whatever, we can slow this down a little bit. I don't think it really matters. All right, we'll leave it like that. All right, so the thing is we have the auto gain on, which we don't need on. We can just, so this is default settings, but it usually comes with the auto gain. And the auto gain was on. I'm just going to shut that off because we're going to do our manual makeup gain in the end of this. So right now, don't worry about that. So here's what I do in the beginning. So let's just solo out the kick. All right, so now here's just the kick playing. I'm just going to go ahead and play. Okay, just the kick. Now, what we want to do is this is going to sound strange, but this is how we're going to do it. We're going to lower the threshold all the way down. We're going to bring the ratio all the way up. We're going to bring the attack all the way down. We're going to leave the release where it is. If it's on auto, remove the auto just for this and leave everything else the same. You probably don't even hear any audio at this point. I don't. Okay, that's a good thing. Now, don't turn up your speakers or anything else. It's fine. It's the way it is. It's the way, because I'm compressing it so much. As you can see, this red here is just taking every transient and just crushing it. I mean, never want this much gain reduction. But this is our way of finding our attack value. So now that that's like that, and our settings are all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, left, let's bring up the attack until we hear a snapping effect. You hear that? Okay, that's with the attack all the way up and a slow attack. This is fast attack, you don't hear anything. But what we're looking for here is we're looking for like kind of that snappy, that where the beater of the bass drum hits the drum itself, and it's just that, that kind of sound. So let's find that. I apologize because it's kind of hard for me to hear as well. I'm sure it is for you as well. But it's there. It's I should probably turn up my speakers, but I can't quite reach the knob from here. But that's kind of where I would set it, the attack for the kick drum. And now the fun part begins here. Let's bring our ratio down to a normal level. Let's say 4:1. So just say 4:1. And let's bring our threshold up until to another normal level. Let's aim for around 3 to 6 dBs of gain reduction. Okay, so brought some life back into it that way. Okay. What do we have here? -3. Yeah, we'll leave it there. We didn't touch the release. We didn't touch the gain. We didn't touch the dry gain, the wet gain, dry gain. We didn't touch any of that. We basically are kind of matched levels. We could go up a little bit more in gain. It looks like here's the input, here's the output, the process signal. Let's bring up the gain just a slight hair. Bring it down just a little bit more. All right, so here it is with a plugin bypassed. Here it is with the plugin enabled. So you probably don't hear too much difference. Excuse me. But what you do get is the ability, in context of the mix, to really go ahead and know that, and be confident that you know your transient isn't going to get cut off. You're not going to do much else to it. And it's basically engaging the compressor just perfectly. We didn't even touch the release yet. We didn't touch much we didn't touch anything else. This is basically stock. We're reducing around 4 dB of gain reduction. Let's hear it in the whole mix now. Just the kick is all we touched, okay? We didn't do anything else to the kit. Okay, so let's go back to the top. So this is before. And this is after. All right, guys, it's super, super subtle, but that's what you want. You want a little bit. You do this across your whole drum kit, and you're going to have a really, really nice sounding attack, nice kit. And then go back and work on your release. Try that for all of your drums. Just see how it works. Come back to me with anything that you've learned from that, if that helps you at all. Yeah, so like I said earlier, this is my first video on this new channel. And I plan on adding maybe like 1 to 3 videos a week. If that works, I hope to keep them small. But as always, please, send me comments, send me tips, send me criticism, send me anything you'd like. If you have questions, I'd love to be able to create a video in response to them. And let's grow this together. Once again, check out howtorecordmusic.com, and please subscribe to the channel, and happy recording. Good night. Cheers.